Okay, continuation of our exercises in Computer 423. So for this particular exercise, what we're going to do is to provide perimeter fence design. So you're going to give me three designs for this exercise. So everyone will be uniform with the linear meter of our design. Nasa 8 meters po lahat tayo. So this is our design number 1. My height that I have used here is at 2 meters. You can go higher, you can go a little lower, okay? Walang problema doon, but then again, ulitin ko, we will be using 8 meters for the total linear, okay? Fence lang siya. It has no service gate, it has no entrance gate for the garage. So, just the fence design, okay? You don't have to include service gates and gates for the garage. This is design number 2 again. We are at 8 meters. You can go higher or lower with this 2.1 here. And this is our third design, okay? We will be using several AutoCAD 2D objects, and of course we will be using hatches, offset, copy, trim, okay? So let's start. But before we draft any of this design, we're going to set layers first. So I will be typing LA, enter. Aha. So I already have one here. Okay, so hold on. I'll just check my layers that are not supposed to be here. Okay. So LA enter. So kindly disregard these furnitures. When you open an AutoCAD file, uh, there is actually a method to organize your objects, which is the so-called layers or layering. I have set a previous one, pero sa inyo probably wala pa. But all of AutoCAD files, all of AutoCAD drawing files, they have a default layer called layer 0, okay? Its color by default is white. That's why if you have noticed, all of the things that you draw, you draft, they are in color white, okay? Their line type is continuous, and then they have a default line weight. So when we say default line weight in AutoCAD, it's equivalent to 0.25 technical pen in manual drafting, but we can actually change it, okay? So we're going to set three new layers for this. Uh, for the meantime, we will be using the layers basically for line weight, because not all objects are in AutoCAD should be uniform in line weight. We use line weight basically for emphasis, and then among many other uh, properties of layers is the line type. But we will just be focusing muna on how to set new layers and how to set their individual line weight. Okay, so we're going to add one. Uh, the first one is hatch. Okay, I'm going to change the color of hatch. By default, it's white. So under index color tab, I'm going to type 122 here because we have other uh, tabs for color options. But for layering purposes, I would really advise you to select colors under index color tab. Okay, then just type 122 here and just click OK. So that's color number 122. Let's add another one. This one is AR02. Ibig sabihin, these are the objects in your drawing that should be printed electronically in .02 technical pen. Okay, that's why we have tagged the layer AR02. Okay, so for the line weight, I'm going to click here. I'm going to look for 0.20. Okay, and then I apologize for the hatch. Hindi natin siya napalitan ng line weight. That should be thinner at 0.05. Okay, same, I apologize for the AR02. It should have been changed color. So let us click this. Okay, so that's color 155. We are uniform with the layer name. We are uniform with the layer colors and layer line weight. Okay, so that's 155. Okay, and let's add another one. So again, click this icon, the add new layer icon, and this is AR05. Ibig sabihin, these are the objects that will be drafted na mas makapal yung line weight, okay? For AR05, its color will be number 66. So you click here, and again under index color tab, color here, just type just type 66 and just click OK. After changing the color of your layer, you have to look for the line weight, and since it is makapal, so we have to change it. Okay, so just drag a little. It's 0.50. Okay, so just click OK. And I will be double clicking AR05. So ibig sabihin, pag meron siyang check, that is the current layer. All of the objects that you will be drafting or you will be making, they will be entering this layer, or they belong on this layer. Okay, when we say layer, this is a manner of organizing your objects. Also, parang sa pag-aayos din natin ng mga things natin, we segregate them accordingly. Pagdating sa wardrobe or closet natin, magkakasama yung mga t-shirts, pants, undergarments. So parang ganun din yung mga objects in CAD. Okay, they are actually organized on one layer, depende dun sa common properties nila. Okay, so we will be discussing layer one at a time. I cannot discuss it on a full blast. Malilito kayo, okay? Anyway, so for the meantime, again, yung purpose natin for these layers is to uh, have the objects electronically printed or plotted according to line weight. Again, in drafting, we use line weight for object emphasis, okay? So I'll be closing this one. And let's start with this. I have to make sure that my OSNAP is on. So that's OS enter. So it's currently checked. And this one is in blue. So ibig sabihin it's on. So let's see with this one. This one has a dimension of 2 meters sa Y and 1.5 sa X. Now gusto ko, I want this design nakatapat siya dito. So again, that's OS. I will be turning object snap tracking on this time, or you can also turn it on and off using your function keys by pressing F11 on your keyboard. Okay, so let's see how does it work. So I'll just have to click this OK, and that's REC, enter. Specify first corner point. So gusto ko naka-align siya dito. Since inon ko si object snap tracking, I'll just be hovering my endpoint here, hover lang, and just slightly guide your cursor. So that is the OSNAP tracking, okay? So I'll be picking here, and I will be typing at yung nakuha natin dimension earlier at 1.5 for X, comma 2, enter. There you go. Next we have this one. We have this sort of parametal plate. So let's check the dimension. So for X it's 1, and for Y it's 1.9. And then naka-elevate siya. It's elevated by 0.05 or 2 inches. Okay? So I'll just be switching my layer. AR02 para maging current layer siya. Para dun pumasok yung next object. That's REC. I just have to pick from here. And then type at 1, 1.9, enter. And I'll be moving this. As you can see, it's elevated by 0.05, okay? O, enter, or sorry, M, enter. Select this, enter. I have to make sure that ortho is on. So, select that. And then specify base point. I'll just be picking some midpoint upwards, and then just type 0.05, enter. There you go. Now we have to offset this. Let's check. DI, enter. That's 0.01. Okay, let's go back here. O, enter. Specify offset distance. That's 0.1, or that's equivalent to 4 inches. Enter. So select this and click. Okay, enter. And Control S to quick save. Now we're going to hatch this using this pattern. So let's select this one. This one is under the pattern. The name of the pattern is honey, and the scale is 0.02. Okay, so let's pan our drawing. Press escape to deselect the selected hatch. And since it's a hatch, we have to set the current layer hatch. Okay, It's a hatch object. H enter. Okay, so these are our different options for patterns in hatches. So you have to click this one and you have to look for pattern. Okay, let's click this arrow. Okay, just in case hindi lumilitaw yung honey, you have to scroll upwards, downwards. Okay, so I'll be clicking honey. Click ako sa loob. Okay, for this one, for the hatch color, I will be using by layer kasi meron siyang sariling layer at gusto ko doon siya nakapasok kasi I want my objects to be organized, okay? So, click this by layer. And then, for this, let's see, bakit? Type ko muna yung 1. Enter. Okay, masyado malaki. So, you have to make a little adjustments. Medyo tricky ng konti yung hatch scaling, okay? This part is the hatch of scale. So, you really have to parang iti-test mo muna siya on which size or scale will fit your drawing, okay? Not too big, not too small. So, I'm good with this. I'll be clicking this one, close hatch creation. And next will be this. Let's check the dimension of this one. That's 0.4 sa may x-axis and that's 0.2 sa may y-axis. Okay? So, balik lang ako for here. This is AR05. That's REC. Enter. So, I'll just be hovering this part. Yan. At saka yun dito. And slowly downwards. Ulitin natin. And until you will see a intersection. So, I have hover and track this endpoint. Same with this, hover and track until nag-intersect sila and then click. Pag nag-intersect na and then type at 0.40, 2. Enter. And afterwards, we're good to copy. So we're going to copy it 1 and 2. Okay, so CO, enter. I'll be picking from here hanggang dito. Okay, so that's window selection when you pick a point. And when you drag it on the lower right side, you are selecting it by window selection wherein dapat yung object 100% pumasok dun sa blue area para selected siya. Okay? So, click enter once you're done selecting. And then, I'm going to pick this point. Endpoint here. Click that. Click dito. At saka dito. Click. And we're almost good. Enter. Okay? Next, we need to create a line. So this one is around. Okay, so that's 2.3 by 2 meters. Okay, so that's excuse me. That's L, enter. This is 2, or sorry, that's 2.3, enter. Upwards, that is 2, enter and enter. So terminate muna natin so we can check this measurements. So that's 0.85 and this one is 1.55. Okay, so that's L, enter. Click ako dito. That's 0.85, enter. Drag siya pababa, make sure ortho is on. That's 1.55, enter. And this is the line. Okay, pwede ko siyang ilagpas dito. Okay, click, enter, and I will just be trimming that. Pwede yun. Or, let's check OS. So, we already know what endpoint and midpoint here. So, let's see. Perpendicular. Okay, so perpendicular. Okay. So, L, enter. I'll be picking endpoint here, and there you go. Perpendicular. Ibig sabihin, that is 90 degrees from the previous point. Okay? So, that's perpendicular. Hindi ko siya kailangang ilagpas at i-trim later. So, just click perpendicular and saktong-sakto siya. Okay? So, enter. And that's quick save. Okay? Here we go. Next, we have to do this. These are actually cement board tiles. So, let's check the dimension. So, meron siyang 0.05. And it's actually 1.45 by 2 meters. 0.2, sorry. So, palitan ko lang po yung layer ko at AR02. Okay? So, that's REC, enter. Dito na lang ako magkiklik. Be picking this and I'll be typing at 1.45, 0.2. Enter. Move ko siya. enter. Select this. Enter. I'll be picking this endpoint here and click dito. Okay, but we have to move this again at 0.05 kasi as you can see, hindi naman siya nakasagad. Okay? So, enter. Select this. Enter. Pick from here. Drag pababa, 0.05. Enter. Okay? So, copy natin siya. So, it has a distance of 0.05. Okay? So, we're going to copy it at 0.25. So, bakit 0.25? The distance between one board to the next is 0.5 and the height of the board is 0.2. Okay? So, copy. Select this. Enter. Click this part. Okay? And make sure ortho is on. Drag lang siya pababa, i-guide. That's 0.25. Enter. 0.50. Enter. 0.75. Enter. That's 1. Enter. 1.25. Enter. And enter to terminate. Okay? So we're good with the first design. Of course, you have to quick save. Okay. So next one will be this. So let's switch our layer to AR05. So let's check. That's 0.70 by 2 meters, okay? So that's REC, enter. I'll be tracking this endpoint here kasi gusto ko pantay-pantay sila. And this one also. And there you go. Click. So that's at 0.7, comma 2, enter. And what about the molding here? This one is 0.9 by 0.1. Okay, so manipis lang siya. It's such a molding. So I'll be switching my layer to AR02. So let's go back here. That's REC. Just pick anywhere. That's at 0.90, comma 0.1. And then enter. Select this. Enter. You click the midpoint and midpoint here. Okay? And this one, tsaka ito, they are of the same dimensions and height. So I'm just going to copy this. Just the frames. Okay? Enter. And naka-elevate din siya if you're going to check it. Ayun. So dito ko siya i-click. Endpoint here. And I'll be clicking this endpoint dito. Okay? Enter. And these are just series of arcs. So you can do a enter. So parang yung first activity ninyo. So you can pick anywhere until mabuo nyo yung gusto ninyong design. Okay? Then you can always make adjustments. Okay, so a enter. And a enter. Can always trim the excess. That's the R enter enter. Okay, so I'm good with this. And then next one will be, I'm just going to mirror this. MI, enter, select this and this one, enter, and click this midpoint here, and here. Okay, and enter. Okay, just a reminder, these are my examples, okay? So, meron tayong measurement na uniform, but then again, you will not be copying my designs. These are just examples. You have to make your own perimeter fence design, okay? If you are running out of creativity, you can always Google things. Next one is this part, okay? So, let's check. That's 0.3 by 0.1, or let's check muna dito. point 0.3 also. That's 1.95, and this one is a total of 1.1. Okay? 1.1 by 1.9. 95. Okay? So that's, we can also use PL for polyline. Okay? So, nakababa siya ng konti. I'll just be clicking somewhere here. Or, sige, click na natin to. Wait, I'll just have to check again. I forgot how much it was. That's 1.1, okay? So, PL, I'll just pick here. Sorry, I have to change my layer. PL, enter. Okay, pick from there. That's 1.1, enter. And 1.9, enter. And I believe this is 0.3. Okay, so 0.3, enter. And this is a total of 1.95. So, i-minus natin yung 0.3. So, that is 1.65. Enter. And click natin to. Enter. Okay? So, let's see. This one is actually made out of line. Ibig sabihin, every object is an individual segment. Okay? Ito. Ito, kung napansin nyo, it's made out of uh, polyline object or yung PL. Ibig sabihin, kahit ilang segment siya, isang object lang. Okay? Now, I will be moving this. I believe this one is at 0.05. Enter. Select this, enter. Click natin siya dito. Guide pababa, that's 0.05. And I believe I'll just have to check. Para may kulang dun sa 1.9. Wherein it should be how many? 1.95. Walang problema. So, select the polyline. You click this grip and type 0.05 para mag-fit siya dun sa exact measurement. Again, I just have to check the measurements. This is 0.3. And this is just how many? Okay, so baba ko lang to. This is 0.05. Okay? If I'm going to make this one, say L. Okay, they look the same. But when you select this again, isang object lang siya. Ito, individual segments. Tapos, when you click this, this is move. When you click this, that is to change the length of your line. Pero, pag sa polyline siya, you have this middle grip wherein pwede mo siyang i-stretch. Okay, that's Control-C to undo. Pwede rin siyang add vertex. Ibig sabihin, dagdagan ko siya ng isang grip dito. Wait lang. Lagyan natin siya ng isang grip. Yan. So, mas madali mo siyang mamomodify. Control-Z, Control-Z. And it also has another Control-Z. And meron siyang convert to arc option. Okay, convert to arc. Nawala yung line. Okay, so that's the difference between polyline and line objects. Okay, so burahin ko yon. And then afterwards, I'll be switching to this line. So, medyo manipis lang to. So, AR02. Okay, so let us check the thickness, the 0.05. Okay, so I'll create a line. Okay, track ko lang to. Track ko lang yon sa gitna. Okay, so kung saan nag-intersect, i-click ko lang. So, the overall thickness is 0.025, but I will be offsetting this. Kalahati ng 0.025 is 0.0125. Enter. So, click doon. Select this, click doon. Select this one, and click doon. Then, I'll be erasing the one dun sa gitna. Kasi reference ko lang naman siya. Okay? Then, I'll be copying this one. Let's check the distance. So, that's 0.1. Okay? So, copy. So, select ko muna itong tatlo. Okay? So, click here. 0.1, enter. 0.2, enter. 0.3, enter. And I think hindi nakakasya yung 0.4. Okay? So, enter. and MI. So I'll be picking from here. Again, this is cross selection. Basta tinamaan yung object ng selection area, automatically selected siya. Yung window, dapat 100%. And pag cross selection, you pick a point upon selection of objects and you go through left. Okay? Yung window, baligtad. You pick a point and then you go through right. So select this. Enter once you're done selecting. And this is my first point of mirror line. So click. And click this dun sa tapat niya. Click. Enter. Okay? And next, we're just going to copy this one. Okay, dito. So, CO, enter. I'll be picking from here. Again, window yan. So, kung ano lang yung 100% na pumasok dun sa selection area, yun lang yung selected. Okay? Click. Enter. So, click this part. And lagay natin dito. Okay? And enter. Quick save, Control S. Now as you can see, it's actually symmetrical. So what we're going to do with the remaining part of this is, we're just going to do mirror. Okay? MI, enter. So ito lang yung part na imi-mirror natin. Okay? So ulitin ko, MI, enter. So upon activating the command, as you can see from the command line, you are prompted to select objects. Okay? So we're going to pick from here hanggang doon. And click enter because you're done selecting. Now, just in case na pag nag-select kayo, may part na hindi na-select, okay lang because the pick box, ayan, yung square na cursor is still active. Ibig sabihin, you can still select objects that were not included previously. Okay, pero pag okay na, press enter. Specify first point of mirror line. This is my first point. And specify second point of mirror line. Ito yung sa akin. So, click, enter. Okay? So, okay na po yung second design. Pwede natin siya lagyan ng hatch para hindi siya ganong plain. So, palitan ko lang yung layer ko. Okay, H enter. Okay, let's see what we can add to that. Okay, so probably I will be using ER concrete. Okay, so probably this, yung finish na is semi-rough. Okay, so meron naman kasing mga ganong finishes na intentionally semi-rough sila, semi-rough finish. So I'll be selecting concrete for that. I will be pressing this button para mag-adjust yung scale niya. Yan. Okay. So, click that. Okay. And click this one also. Tsaka ito. Okay. We're good. So, press enter. And again, that's Control S to quick save. Next will be the last design. So, balik ko lang siya at AR05. Start natin siya dito. So, let's see. This one is 0.4 by 2 meters. Okay. So, that's our EC ulit. I'll just track the endpoint here. Hindi ko siya i-click. Itatapat ko lang yung endpoint ko. Okay? Again, hindi ko i-click. I'll just be hovering it. Slowly guide it downwards. Tsaka dito. There you go. Then just type at 0.4, 2. Enter. So, same din. Naka-elevate din ito. If I'm not mistaken, they are of the same measurements also. That's 1 meter by 1.90. So I'm just going to copy this, select this, and select that. Enter. You can click the midpoint here as your base point and click this one. Okay. Now let's see for this. So let's switch our layer to AR02. Let's create a line 1 and 2, and let's check this circle. Okay. So I want to identify the radius of this circle. So radius comes from the center of the circle to the quadrant. How do I identify that? You have to check your OS for OSNAP. You have to check center and you have to check quadrant. Okay? So, pwede na ako mag-distance or DI. So, I have to check Yan. That is the center of the circle. Click. And this is the quadrant. So that's 0.05. Okay? For the radius. So C, enter. I'll be picking some midpoint. Click. I will be prompted to specify radius of circle. That's 0.05. Enter. And next one will be, we have small rectangles here, wherein its measurement is 0.025 by same 0.025. So REC, enter. I'll just be picking here. Then type at 0.025, comma 0.025. Enter. I'll be moving this one. M, enter. Select this, enter. M2P for the base point, enter. I'll be picking midpoint and midpoint. Lalagay ko lang siya dito. Okay? So let's check the distance from here hanggang dito. That's 0.1. And this one is 0.05. Okay? So let's move. M, enter. Select this, enter. You click the midpoint upwards. Okay? So that's 0.1, enter. And I'm going to copy this. Select this, enter. Click dito. Upwards, that's 0.05, enter. And enter to terminate. And as you can see, we just have to mirror this two, pababa. So that's MI, enter. Select this, enter. Click the quadrant to quadrant. Okay? Click because that's your mirror line. Okay? Ulitin ko, MI, enter. Select this two. Once you're done selecting, press enter. You will be prompted to specify first point of mirror line. Ito yung first point natin. Quadrant to the next quadrant. Second point of mirror line. Okay? Click. Enter. And we're going to copy this. Let's check. DI, enter. So from one circle to another, we have a distance of 0.55. Okay? CO, enter. So you pick from here, pababa, click, enter. Specify base point, click tayo sa gitna, click. I-guide pataas, that's 0.55, enter. Same din pababa, 0.55, enter. Enter to terminate the command. And we're ready to cut this unnecessary object. So that's TR, double enter. Okay, so you just have to trim these things. Okay, enter to terminate, and let's check the distance of one another. That's 0.15. Okay, so CO, enter. You pick from here and lower here. Click. Pag merong hindi na select, again, active pa rin yung pick box. You can still select all those objects that were not previously selected. But once everything is good, you just have to press enter. Specify base point. You can pick this one. Okay. Drag papunta dito. That's 0.15. Enter. And dagdagan natin siya ng 15. So that's 0.3. Enter. Same dito. 0.15. Enter. And 0.3. Enter and enter. Okay. So that's quick save. Let's try the next part. This one is 1 meter by 2.3, and that's 0.3, okay? And this one is 2 meters, okay? So AR05, palitan natin. Okay, so let's check. Maybe you can use line for this. So I'll just hover here. I'll just hover there. Click. This is 2.3. Enter. This is 0.3. Enter. And I believe this is 2. enter, and enter. So I just have to check. I really have to terminate the command because I have to check things. That's 0 0.7. Okay? By 3 and until I close natin. Okay? So L enter. You pick here 0 0.7, 0 0.3, and you just click there. And afterwards, we have to do this square bars, okay? So palitan natin siya at AR02, and again, don't forget to Control S to quick save. So this part has meron siyang distance na 0.087, or let's check the middle part. Dito siya. Okay? So sige, bisahan natin siya doon. L enter. This is 0.7 enter and enter. So we need this is actually 0.025. Yan. So we need to offset this at 0.0125. So select this and upwards. Select and pababa. And burahin natin to because that was just a reference line, okay? After that, we have to get the distance of one to another. That's 0.15. So let's check. CO, select this two, enter. Base point, you click here. Upwards, that's 0.15, enter. 0.3, enter. And pwede nyo rin siyang i-terminate. Let's say copy. Select this and this, enter. And dito yung pinaka base point mo, sorry. Select this, enter. Specify base point, you pick midpoint here. And another midpoint. Pwede din yan. That's another way to copy things. There you go. Okay? And you can just, again, copy. Select this and this. Enter. You click this. Endpoint. So that's one. Pwede rin doon. And enter. And quick save. Let's check this one. I believe this one is 2.3 by 2.6, okay? So let's go back with AR05. So REC, enter. I'll be picking here and type at 2.6, 2.3, enter. Okay, then we need to offset by how many? That's 0.30. Okay, enter. You will be asked to specify offset distance. So again, that's 0.3, enter. Select this and click sa loob. Okay? And let's check this one. This is 0.15 by 0.3. Okay? REC, enter. I'll be picking there. Sorry. Palitan natin siya ng manipis na line weight. That's AR02. Okay? So again, REC, enter. I'll be picking there at 0.15, 0.3. Enter. But if you're going to notice, it's tapered. Okay? So let's check. The base is 0.1 kasi yung sa taas is 0.15. Okay? And let's check the distance from midpoint to the other midpoint, 0.15. Okay? M, enter. Select this, enter. You pick the midpoint here. Click here. And ibaba natin ulit siya. M, enter. Select this, enter. Click the midpoint. Hilahin siya pababa, 0.15, enter. Now, to make it tapered, I believe this is, tama ba? 0.15? Okay. Okay. Now, we just have to select this one with no command in progress. Again, make sure ortho is on. Just have to click this one. The base is 0.1. The upper part is 0.15. So we have to eliminate 0.025 on both ends. Okay? So 0.025. Enter. You click this also. That's 0.025. Enter. Okay? Quick save. And we're going to copy this. Let's see the distance of one to another, 0.4. Okay, CO, enter, select this, enter, click here, 0.4, enter, and another one that's 0.8, enter, and drag sa kabila 0.4, enter, and 0.8, enter, enter. Okay, so we need to hatch after that, so click hatch. Okay, and after that you have to type age, enter, look for bricks, make sure nasa pattern kayo, make sure it's by layer for the color. So click natin dito, hanapin natin yung brick and click dito. Okay, click. Masyado siyang dense, so you have to make some adjustments. Let's see, 0.2, enter. Okay, that's better. Or if you want a little bit bigger, 0.35, pwede din. Or 0.3, enter. Okay, so close. And let's see this part. Let's check the eye. The 0.2 by 1.2. Palitan natin siya at ER02. REC, we click here. So at 0.2, 1.2, enter. And let us check this one. So 0.2 din siya by, I believe this is 2.3. Okay, so REC, enter. We pick here at 0.2, 2.3, enter. And we're going to copy that. Let's see how many. So we need to produce 1, 2, 3 more sets. Okay, CO, enter. Select this and this, enter. Endpoint, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4, enter. Okay, and we're just going to copy this. CO, enter. You select this, enter. Click this base point. And since naka-perpendicular kayo, so you just snap to perpendicular. Click, enter. And enter to repeat copy or your previous command. Select this object, enter. You click the endpoint here or probably the midpoint here. And click dito. Okay, so enter and quick save. So those were the different perimeter designs. Again, check natin if they are 8. Kulangan. DI. Endpoint to endpoint. Okay, that's 8. And DI. Endpoint to endpoint. Okay, that's Control S. So that ends our video module for exercise number 3. I'm going to delete this. Okay, so zoom in ko lang and Control S. You will be provided another video link on how to set up your layout for electronically plotting your drawings and converting them to PDF. Okay, so thank you.